There are discoveries that don't just surprise us. They shatter everything we think we know. A map from 1513 showing Antarctica 300 years before it was discovered. Blonde-haired mummies with European DNA buried in China 4,000 years too early. 9 hikers found dead with crushed ribs, but no external wounds. An aluminum wedge alongside 10,000-year-old mastodon bones, made from metal we wouldn't produce for millennia. And a 72-second signal from space that perfectly matches what an alien transmission should look like. These objects are real, tested, documented, and completely impossible. Either our entire history is wrong, or we've been visited by something we can't explain. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Piri Reis Map. In 1929, workers renovating the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul discovered something extraordinary hidden in the archives. A fragment of a map drawn in 1513 by Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis. At first glance, it seemed like any other aged nautical chart. But when cartographers examined it closely, they froze. The map showed the coastline of Antarctica with impossible accuracy. Here's the problem. Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until 1820, over 300 years later. Even more unsettling, the map appears to show Antarctica's coastline without ice, as if someone mapped it thousands of years before glaciers covered it. Piri Reis himself noted he compiled the map from over 20 ancient source maps, some dating back to the time of Alexander the Great. The question remains, who possessed the technology to chart an entire continent from above, long before modern navigation existed? The map gives us no answers, only deeper questions. Chapter 2. Tarim Mummies. In the 1990s, archaeologists working in China's Tarim Basin made a discovery that rewrote the history books. Buried in the sand were mummies, naturally preserved by the desert's dry climate. But these weren't Chinese mummies. They had blonde hair, blue eyes, and European facial features. Some even wore plaid clothing and leather boots. DNA testing confirmed what seemed impossible. These people were of European origin, living in Western China nearly 4,000 years ago. The most famous is the beauty of Lulan, a woman so well preserved you can still see her eyelashes and the lines on her skin. How did these people travel thousands of miles across hostile terrain before recorded history? What knowledge did they possess? Their clothing, their tools, even their physical features tell a story of contact that shouldn't have been possible. The Tarim mummies prove ancient people moved across continents far earlier than we ever imagined. But their journey, their story, remains a mystery. Chapter 3. Dyatlov Pass. February 1959. 9 experienced hikers set out into the Ural Mountains of Russia. None would return alive. When search teams found their camp weeks later, the scene made no sense. Their tent had been slashed open from the inside. The hikers had fled into the freezing night, wearing almost no clothing. Some were found barefoot in temperatures far below zero. The bodies told a horrifying story. Some had massive internal injuries, crushed ribs and fractured skulls, but no external wounds. One victim's tongue was missing. High levels of radiation were detected on their clothing, and witnesses reported strange orange lights in the sky that night. Soviet authorities classified the case, calling it a compelling natural force. But what force could cause such terror and destruction? For decades, the case remained sealed. When files were finally released, they raised more questions than answers. Theories range from avalanche to military testing to something far stranger. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's most chilling unsolved mysteries. Chapter 4. Phaisto's Disc. In 1908, an Italian archaeologist digging through the ruins of an ancient Minoan palace on the island of Crete uncovered something extraordinary. A small clay disc, roughly 6 inches across, covered on both sides with strange symbols stamped in a spiral pattern. The disc contains 241 symbols representing 45 different signs. Human figures, tools, plants, animals, all arranged in a hypnotic spiral that pulls the eye toward the center. But here's the mystery. No one has ever been able to read it. The script doesn't match any known ancient language. Even stranger, the symbols were made using stamps, like a printing press, over 3,700 years ago. This makes it the world's first example of movable type printing. Scholars have proposed hundreds of theories. Some say it's a prayer. Others claim it's an ancient board game. A few believe it records a ritual or tells an astronomical story. But the most puzzling fact is this: no other disc like it has ever been found. It stands completely alone in history. The Phaistos Disc sits in a museum in Crete, its spiral message waiting. After more than a century, it still refuses to give up its secrets. Chapter 5. Wow! Signal. August 15, 1977. The Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio was scanning the cosmos, listening for signals from space. Suddenly, it detected something extraordinary. A radio signal 30 times stronger than normal background noise. The signal lasted 72 seconds, coming from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. When astronomer Jerry Emmons saw the printout, he circled it and wrote one word: wow! The signal matched exactly what scientists predicted an alien transmission might look like. The right frequency, the right intensity, the right duration. Researchers tried desperately to detect it again. The telescope searched the same spot over 100 times. The signal never returned. Skeptics suggested it could be a comet, a satellite, or Earth-based interference. But none of these explanations quite fit the data. The signal came from a region of space with no known stars, no planets, nothing but empty void. Yet something transmitted from there. Nearly 50 years later, the wow signal remains unexplained. Was it a message from an intelligent civilization? Or just cosmic noise we'll never understand? 5 mysteries. 5 questions that science still can't answer. From maps that defy history to signals from the stars, our past and our universe hold secrets we're only beginning to glimpse. What do you think? Are these evidence of lost knowledge, advanced ancient civilizations, or something beyond our world? Let us know in the comments below.